There was a day, a very specific day, when everything could have changed. Not dramatically. Not magically. Just one decision. He woke up early that morning. Earlier than usual. No alarm snooze. No excuses. He looked at the ceiling and thought, today might be different. He had the idea ready. The plan written. The application saved. The message typed. Everything was prepared. All that was left was action. You see, unfinished human stories don't always begin with failure. Sometimes they begin with hesitation. He stood in front of the mirror. And for a brief second, he saw it. The version of himself he always imagined. Confident. Disciplined. Focused. Respected. It was right there. Within reach. But then, doubt knocked. What if you're not ready? What if you embarrass yourself? What if people laugh? And just like that, the future took a step back. He didn't quit. He didn't announce defeat. He simply said, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow is the most dangerous word in human history, because tomorrow feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels safe. But tomorrow has buried more dreams than failure ever could. That day, he almost launched the channel, almost sent the proposal, almost registered the business, almost went to the gym, almost made the call, almost. Nobody talks about the pain of almost, because almost doesn't look like tragedy. Almost looks normal. He still went to work, still laughed with friends, still scrolled, still lived. But deep inside, there was a quiet whisper, you were close. Years passed. He improved a little, learned a little, grew a little. But that version he saw in the mirror that morning, he never met him again. Because that version required courage. And courage demands discomfort. Unfinished human stories are not always about love. Sometimes they're about identity. The person you could have been. The discipline you almost built. The opportunity you almost took seriously. The risk you almost respected. Here's what hurts the most. He wasn't incapable. He wasn't untalented. He wasn't unlucky. He was afraid of looking foolish while growing. And growth always looks awkward in the beginning. One day, he saw someone online doing exactly what he once planned to do. Same idea. Same passion. Same dream. Different execution. And it hit him. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards movement. He sat quietly that night. Not angry. Not jealous. Just aware. Aware that life didn't stop him. He paused himself. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many versions of you are unfinished right now? The disciplined one? The brave one? The consistent one? The focused one? How many mornings have you said, soon? How many nights have you promised, next week? The tragedy isn't that he failed. The tragedy is that he never truly tried. Because trying means you might fall. But not trying guarantees you stay the same. One random evening, years later, he found that old notebook. The one with the plan. The ideas. The structure. He flipped through the pages. And realized something powerful. It wasn't too late. It was just delayed. And delay is not death, unless you let it be permanent. That night, he didn't announce anything. No motivational speech. No dramatic music. He just took one small action. One. And for the first time in years, the unfinished story started breathing again. The day he almost became who he was meant to be didn't end that day. It waited. Because sometimes your future doesn't disappear. It waits for you to grow brave enough to deserve it. This isn't just his story. It might be yours. The question is simple. Will your story stay almost? Or will you finally meet the person in the mirror? If this hit you, don't just feel motivated. Move. And if you want more stories that quietly shake you awake, subscribe. Because unfinished human stories only stay unfinished when we choose comfort over courage.